Hi everybody, I wanted to share with you my new stealth camper van that I've built myself, and I just installed a new feature and I'm about to test it out. The button's right here on my key fob, and so here goes. As you can see, it worked. My new stealth camper van, I built in a Klingon cloaking device and it's totally invisible. Nah, I'm just yanking your chain. What I mean by stealth camper van is it's not your typical run-of-the-mill camper van. If you saw that parked on your street, it just looks like your normal work truck. It's got a ladder rack with ladder on it. Just, you wouldn't think nobody's camping out there, and that's all stealth camping is really talking about. It's just talking about just being able to park in non-traditional areas and camp for the night undetected. You know, on the street, you can park it in a parking lot, and nobody will know you're in there camping out. However, as you can see, coming in from the back of the van, totally takes on a different form from the inside. This is my kitchen area. The one burner top sink. The sink is hooked up to this electric pump right here. Also have this switch hooked up to a 750 watt DC to AC inverter. Have an AC outlet here, 12 volt outlet here. Just have some basic mood lights right here. They turn different colors. Propane tank. More storage, more storage. More storage up here. On this wall I have my TV set. It's hooked on a swivel mount. These lights here are hooked up to two separate switches. Have this light hooked up here, a string of LEDs up under the cabinet here. Coming in from the side here, you can see something interesting that I just installed here. This is just an old tablet that I had. I have my music on it through Bluetooth. I can play music through my stereo. Also has GPS, so that if my van was ever stolen, I can track my van, and just, I think, kind of adds to the aesthetics. Of course, a couple drawers here. No big deal. Down here, just a regular 12 volt cooler. Over here on this sliding door, I keep this blackout curtain snapped up here. It's just hooked up here with snaps. I just keep that up there all the time. Along the wall, this edge here, have a carbon monoxide explosive gas detector, some more 12 volt outlets, antenna hookup, 12 volt supply. This switch here is hooked up to the antenna that's hidden on the roof. I'll show you that in a minute. And that antenna is a power antenna. I have a fire extinguisher here. And oh yeah, I got a smoke detector there. Over the sliding door here, I also have these as seen on TV things. They just all magnetize together, so if I'm sitting in here, don't want any bugs in but want the air, I can just close those up. Hiding my trash bin that's right behind the seat here. Just kind of throw them over there, kind of hide it. So up here in the cab area, of course, I have more storage I made up there. I installed CB here. I have CB radio. This switch here is connected to my backup camera, and so you can see what's going on behind me. But it also doubles as a security camera. When I'm in here, I got the drapes drawn. I can pull. I got an extra long cord that stretches out. In the driver's area, what I actually installed here is a switch that controls some deer lights that I hooked up. A lot of people have fog lights. Well, I have deer lights. What they are is extra bright lights, and I've got them aimed, one to the median strip, one out to the shoulder, so that I can see, I drive a lot of country roads, I can see exactly what's coming. I also run with a radar detector. Also, right there's where I keep my phone all the time, and I always have my, there's an app on it called background cameras, and what that allows me to do is to video record as I'm driving in the background, so that I can, if anybody tries to pull any shenanigans or anything, I caught it on video. For my blackout curtain, what I use up here is, for starters, I have just regular curtain rod up here, and I use this white one. It's fed on first. What that allows me to do is to be able to sit back in here and get some outside light in here, and it's not all black and gloomy. If I just want privacy, but I want also light. I have the second one. It likewise hooks with these snaps. Snap, snap, snap. Totally blacked out, except for up here up top. Like I said, I feed my backup camera over here and hook it up. I have this little thing here that I made. What it is, it's got a Velcro grabber here and a magnet here, and I can just basically stick it anywhere because I made everything out of this speaker fabric, so I can just basically have my backup camera anywhere that I want it, to where it's convenient for me to see. It's just totally blacked out. From the front of the van, it just looks like nobody would even know I was back there. So I guess when I was designing the van, I was trying to think how I'm going to get the most out of such a small space. I mean, it's really only about 6 feet by 4 feet, you know. You don't have that much room in here. And, you know, there were several things I knew that I needed to have. I wanted to have a bathroom, I wanted to have a bedroom, I wanted to have a living room area where you could lounge, and, you know, that's just not going to happen in a 6 by 4 foot space. And then the thought occurred to me, why not just make one space become everything, you know, sort of like a Swiss Army knife, and that's what I decided to do. And so what I did is I designed the van so that you could get all those spaces in one little tiny space. So let's say you're in the van and you have to go to the bathroom. Well, this door was designed to actually close there, and that keeps the door closed. So now you have this small space you have privacy in. Here, there's the soap, and here's your toilet, and you just take care of business and dispose of it as you see fit. Also have in here, so in the middle of the night, have a urinal. I also have along this back wall here, I have these two vanity mirrors here where I store, you know, bathroom supplies and also more food and coffee and what have you. To set up for bedroom mode, I have to come around to the driver's side sliding door, and in here's where I have a little storage space for my sleeping bag. Set up for bed, I just put my sleeping bag in here behind the passenger seat and unhook the straps here, roll this out, it rolls all the way out there. Have a pillow, keep behind my driver's seat. That goes down there. Now, stored inside this sleeping bag I have a little secret. Self-inflating mattress. You just open that up. Takes a few minutes to inflate, and inside here you can see the mattress. I just sleep directly on top of the that self-inflating air mattress, and it just fits right in there nice and snug. You're nice and warm in there, and you're set up to go to bed. So then the next question is, how do you set up for the living room? Well, right over here in this corner, bungeed in, have this one little folding chair. And fold it up right here. Now you're in living room mode. And in case you're going to have guests over, another thing I have behind the driver's seat here is this chair here. And so I just take this chair, set it up right here. Now we have room for two. So I can sit here. This is my favorite spot to sit anyways, while whoever's with me can sit over there and we just enjoy company, or I can sit here, and this is my favorite spot just to enjoy the nice view. Also behind the driver's seat I keep a Mr. Heater Buddy that's hooked up directly to my main propane tank, and so that's how I keep warm in the winter time when I'm stealth camping. And in the summertime when it's really hot and I just can't get enough air in here to stay cool, have a fan between the seats here, and what I do is I just lift the curtain up high enough for it to blow cold air from the air conditioner while the engine is running up under the curtain. Have a couple more fans here that circulate this air, because cold air of course goes down and it just circulates the air up, makes it nice and comfortable in here in the heat of the summertime. So there's a couple other features on this fan that I wanted to go over real quick. Stuff on the roof, it's not just there for looks, it actually all serves purpose too. One thing that I love that I did is I went ahead and installed these vent things over the windows on both sides, and that allows me to be able to crack the windows and get air circulating through there without worrying about rain or anybody even knowing that the windows are down. And up on the roof you see right there, of course, is my CB antenna, and the black long tube or pipe looking thing with the curve on the front, that is my solar hot water tank. And what that has is a check valve on the back, and that allows, in the heat of the sun, it allows water in there to get warm, and it's all gravity fed. That check valve lets air in but doesn't allow water to come back out, and that way if I slam on my brakes I'm not soaking down the guy behind me, but allows it to the whole system to be totally gravity fed. I don't need a pump for the hot water, and the only thing that I use a pump for in the van and the water system is for the cold water. And of course over here is my ladder, and I'll show you what that's used for. And we come up here, and this is my utility box here. Keep it padlocked shut. Now you notice this has two lids. This is one. Flip that open, and what that becomes is the platform And here is where I keep my extra long extension cord if I want shore power. I have a potable water hose if I want shore water. Of course, my antenna, power antenna that I talked about, is in here as well. I also have a saw that I keep in here, hand saw, hatchet blade, sharpener, and a hatchet. Gotta have that for camping. And last but not least, I have these two interesting things, and here's what they do. One goes there, and the other goes there. And the ladder actually becomes my handrail, and I have a rooftop porch. And I can sit here, lounge in any one of my folding chairs on the roof of my van at night, stare up at the stars, get a nice breeze, and just enjoy the beautiful weather and scenery. Well, I guess that about covers everything. Appreciate you watching, and I hope that you would like this video. If you like it, press like. If you want, you can even subscribe. And I pray that you have a blessed day in Jesus. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to really go through everything that this van can do. I'll leave a link in the description so that you can check it out and see all about the electrical system, the water system, the building of it, all of that stuff if you're interested. I guess that's about it. It's time for me to go stealth. Have a great day and God bless you.